Listen.
Alrighty, and we are back to... Okay, I was gonna do the intro, but it is hot as nuggets.
Fine, we'll turn the heater off.
Okay, thanks.
It is fall going into winter. What do you expect? It's cold.
Okay, yeah, I know it did snow slightly this Halloween, but...
I don't remember seeing any snow. Though this morning there was frost on my car.
Okay, it wasn't that much snow. It's like styrofoam packaging. It's like a tiny bit just got brushed off and then just into the air. That was it. Just a tiny bit of salt bait. Apparently that guy's a total douche too.
Oh yeah, that guy's an absolute asshole.
I should have known.
Like the dude's got a massive ego.
I should have known from the bright white T-shirt.
Well, the thing is, like, he was big. He was big for, like, he became like a meme for a while.
That was before people knew or like dug into his past, or he showed off more of his real self.
Now I don't know about like his past and all. Maybe he was a good person back then. But from what it seemed like for me, is that like he just showed up out of nowhere. Well, he became a meme for a while. Then that meme died, and then it seemed like that dude's ego kind of just inflated, and just, like now he wants to get back into the spotlight.
Speaking of Halloween, I know I put this topic in the conversation topics list pretty recently, but I'm going to expedite it and talk about it now because this has arguably ruined my life, but I appreciate being shot at.
Oh, you...
Knock, knock, it's the United States.
It's Mike.
What was that?
So, during that Halloween weekend, my sister and I, we saw the fucking FNAF movie, and I haven't been able to sleep since, because it's based off FNAF 1, right?
Yeah.
FNAF 1 is the only one that scares me still, so
yeah.
Naturally, it was just,
it's Mike.
I can't. I've been too afraid to wank. I'm hoping I'll be too horny to be afraid soon, because, oh my god, just major props to everyone working on the film, because I've been paranoid in my own house ever since. It is a little just, especially with the opening part where it turns out Markiplier was supposed to play the night guard that dies in the opening act, but he couldn't make it because...
because of Iron Lung or something?
Yeah, he couldn't be in this movie because he was busy making his own. And the first security guard dies a pretty brutal death where, animatronics grab him. It's not 6 a.m. yet. He didn't last. And instead of just, snapping his neck really quickly, mercifully like Omni-Man, what the animatronics do is that they strap the first security guard into a metal chair, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to slowly put a Freddy mask on him. But the Freddy mask has like 7 spinning blades all inside of it. And it's just slowly going onto his face like a fucking saw trap. And that put me on edge.
I think I saw that in like some of the trailers.
Mm-hmm. And then the animatronics themselves. Good God. The design team.
Ouch.
The robotics team. Just everything about the FNAF animatronics. Excellent work because, yeah, I'm a little bit paranoid. Just,
It's one thing I will say is that it's kind of crazy, like with the FNAF movie, like just how long it's been since announcement to release.
Yeah, Scott Cawthon made sure that it was up to standards, and I'd say, yeah, it was. Especially because the FNAF movie is doing surprisingly well. Not even for a horror film, not even for like a video game adaptation, just as a film as its own.
Yeah, well, from what I've seen, like critics are mixed on it.
Okay,
but when it comes to like just general viewers, they're like, yeah, it was a good movie.
Okay, yeah, the critics that don't understand what it's trying to do, and it was obviously not made for them, so...
Which the thing is, like, there's definitely been a lot more movies that have come out where it's like, yeah, it's just like it's just like a movie where you don't think about it too much.
Yeah, it's not meant to be
Like
Oscar bait.
say, like it's just a movie where it's like, yeah, it's fun. Like
Mhm.
say, the D&D movie.
Yeah.
Like yeah, sure that also got like decent reviews from critics, but it was primarily just like yeah, it's a movie where you have fun
And of course,
because it replicated basically what a D&D campaign is like.
yeah. And of course, historically, Chica has been my favorite animatronic because every iteration of her scares me the most. What? Especially
I
the.
was making a funny joke and I was hoping you would maybe get it.
What's the joke? Say it. The audience demands to know.
Oh, I think. Fuck.
Especially FNAF 2 Withered Chica with the unhinged jaws and the way she just looks at you with her sunken eyes. That just, ugh.
I'm now very curious if I could shoot down Mike.
Do it. I bet.
I don't want to.
Try it.
No.
You coward.
No, the dude's too cool.
But anyway, so there's this one part of the movie where a bunch of hooligans break into Freddy's, trying to cause some trouble, steal some shit, and of course, the animatronics are just defending their home, as is legal in America. But maybe they went a bit too fucking far this time.
Own a musket for home defense because that's what because that's what Michael Afton.
Oh yeah, I own
Ouch.
a 3,000-pound animatronic for home defense. So these hooligans break into the establishment, throwing chairs everywhere, flipping tables, and tossing pizza boxes around in the kitchen. And then one guy hears a little rattling sound in the fridge. Opens it up. Oh, there's nothing there. Opens the other door. It's the cupcake, with its eyes closed. He hears a sound behind him. Looks back. It's just like clattering pots and pans.
Oh!
There's nothing there. Looks back into the fridge. The cupcake's gone.
Uh-oh.
And then he looks back again. And then Chica's there. And this is one funny tweet. I'll try to link it to Ian, editing Ian, put it in if I can find it, where someone pointed out where the animatronics in the movie, they kill people the way you'd expect them to. Foxy with the claw, Freddy, the bite, and... But
Was that the bite of 87?
But Chica, what she does is she's basically the Eminem throwing the rat meme, but with the cupcake. She just sicks the cupcake onto the people. So yeah, first dude, poor dude, probably just some. It looks like a kid, maybe barely even 18, and no, the cupcake starts eating his fucking face off.
Oh god.
And then another guy looks into the window of the kitchen, sees his face getting eaten off, and then Chica just slowly looks out over at him, just turning her face at him, saying, "Hey, guess what? You're next, bucko."
It's like the beginning of the Batman movie where it's just like a kid that's being initiated into that gang. And then Batman just comes up and just beats the shit out of one of them.
So then another one of the hooligans is watching that guy screaming and running around on the security cameras because he made his way all the way into the security office. The guy looking into the kitchen runs for his life, screaming and crying and everything, hides in the closet, and he calms down. He's like, okay, I think I can go out. The closet's locked. He can't get out of the closet. He turns on the light bulb, and then Bonnie is there, and just, Omni-Mans him apart. I don't know how. Blood, just big bloody handprint on the window. And then the last guy is watching all this happen on the security cameras, and he realizes he's the last one left. And then what Bonnie and Chica do is that they slowly bend down. Chica drops the cupcake, tells her to go through the vents, and the guy's watching this on the cameras. Chica and Bonnie look back into the cameras right at him, like, yeah, fucko, you're next. You're watching your own demise right now.
It's also just like, oh.
And of course, the cupcake...
They're like velociraptors from Jurassic Park where it's like, oh.
Yeah. Except, okay, yeah, Cupcake's trying to go through the
But
vents.
they can do even more.
Yeah, the Cupcake's trying to go through the vents. He manages to repel the attack for a little bit, And then
Ouch.
eventually gets killed.
Actually, who do you think would win? Jurassic Park Velociraptors or
The animatronics?
animatronics?
Animatronics.
Are you sure?
I am pretty sure. And then, okay, here's the final death. Is one of the hooligans? I think it was the sister or the friend to one of the hooligans just waiting outside with the truck, wondering, where the fuck have these guys been? It's been an hour. And she enters the establishment, the death trap.
Uh-oh.
She gets lured all the way to the back. There's just a big old Freddy animatronic just standing there, ominously, menacingly, and a voice starts telling her, "Okay, get closer to the animatronic. I'll show you where your friends are." She starts walking up to Freddy, and the voice is like, "Warmer,
Uh-oh.
warmer. You're boiling hot." And she gets right up to the mouth, and that's where I knew, like, it's gonna be the bite of 87,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Did anybody scream out, "Is that the bite of 87?
No, I was in an empty theater because I went
Aw.
the Saturday, not the Friday. So what happens is that the last woman goes right up to Freddy, a ghost hand from a child just grabs her by the face and pulls her into Freddy's mouth, and then Freddy just munched Pac-Man's her body right in half like a Mortal Kombat fatality as her bottom half just goes thud on the floor, and that kind of just made me laugh. Just how cartoonishly quick and gruesome the death and demise was. I know that was supposed to be a gruesome scene, but and I was kind of tense up to that point, but that kind of just took me out of it.
Now, what about the general acting of the actors?
Yeah, pretty good. Especially the main guy playing Mike Schmidt, who's... I'm forgetting the name of the actor right now, but... Yeah.
For some reason, I was always thinking, oh, is that Pedro Pascal? No. But for some reason,
No, but apparently it's the same kid that voices the hero boy from the Polar Express, I found out.
Really?
Apparently. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I guess you're here now.
Sorry, must have slipped.
I thought you were going to shoot him in the nuts. What's funny about this guy playing Mike Schmidt is that Mike Schmidt in this movie is not okay. Because he keeps giving himself nightmares to... Okay, it's kind of convoluted, I'm not going to go into it, but this dude is just unhinged. We see him getting fired from his first job as a day security guard
that
at the
does
mall.
not work.
Because he watches a man take a child away. He thinks there's a kidnapping going on. So Mike follows the guy taking the kid, tackles him into the fountain, starts beating him senselessly. And it turns out, no, the guy was the kid's dad. And so Mike is like beating this guy to half to death in the fountain. There's like blood on his knuckles, and then the kid's just screaming, "Daddy!"
No.
And then Mike realizes, like, oops, that's not a predator, that's his dad. My bad. And yeah, his ass
bro.
is instantly fired.
Oof.
Oh yeah, what's worse about this movie is that so the animatronics in this movie are conspiring to kidnap Mike's sister and make her into one of them
Oh
for
god.
convoluted reasons I also am not going to get into.
Yeah, it sounds. Ow, that was a
And-
mistake. Yeah, that sounds convoluted and also doesn't really make sense.
So what really terrifies me about the FNAF movie is that I think to myself, you know what? Just don't go into the haunted pizzeria and I'll be fine, right? No, I guess not according to this movie,
Uh-oh.
because Golden Freddy just shows up to the house
Ow!
and decides to take Mike's sister with it. But no, it's okay because shit, I forget her name. Mike's sister, it was Annie or Abby. No, it was Abby, yeah. Oh no, she can just talk to ghosts.
Uh-oh.
She knows that the animatronics are haunted and she kind of befriends them. They have a wholesome moment together where they're all building
Ouch.
forts. And so Golden Freddy just shows up to her house, is like, hey, the rest of the guys want to see you again. We kind of miss you. Let's go to the pizzeria together.
Time for a taste of your own.
Oh, and Abby's getting babysat by her aunt. And Golden Freddy just, kills the aunt.
Oof.
Her corpse is just laying on the floor.
Okay, now I feel like I missed out on one shit.
And the
'Cause, like-
reason this all freaks me out is because, you know, the animatronics can just apparently go to your house. You're not even safe in the sanctity of your own home. So that's what, really freaked me out. There is this one funny moment where Abby is wondering, so how are we supposed to get back to the pizzeria? And then it cuts to a taxi being called to their home. And the taxi driver's like wondering, what kind of kid is asking for a taxi ride at this hour? And then, Abby gets into the back. He just sees a little girl just in the taxi, okay. And then the other back door opens. There's a rustling and gustling, and the taxi starts to sink all the way to one side. He checks back to behind him, and there's just Golden Freddy also just right there. He's like, whoa!
Wait, actually, isn't the taxi driver Corey X Kenshin?
Yeah, it was also played by Corey X Kenshin.
I feel like I remember that was like one of the first early things that came up when like the first trailer came around. And then there's also the whole Matt Pat was also in the movie, which it's sad that Markiplier couldn't get in, but it's still really cool that they were able to get a number of
So many
like
people in.
YouTubers in.
Yeah. and just
Ouch.
Corey X Kenshin just wondering, why the fuck do I always get the weird ones? Because, if a small child and a 7-foot, 1,000-pound robot just show up on your back of the taxi, just what do?
What do you do?
What do? I'll also admit, I'm kind of glad that, I don't know, I'm kind of mixed on the whole scares part for the FNAF movie because it wasn't super jump scare reliant, but I feel like, okay, just this one time, this is the one movie where you're allowed to have jump scares because that's kind of just the whole thing.
Yeah,
but there wasn't all that many.
I think that was like another point. Like, I think Charlie made that same point.
Oh, most critical, yeah.
Yeah.
Except there was this one character who got jump scares. It was the fucking Balloon Boy, but it wasn't the real Balloon Boy. It was like a tiny figurine of him that would just like. There would be really cheap transition shots of like a close up of the figurine with a huge blasting sound
Ouch!
to jump scare you. Uh-oh. Stop, drop, and roll, Leon. And it happens throughout the movie. It's just really cheap, and it's like, oh, come on. The fucking Balloon Boy jump scare. That happens twice throughout the main movie. And there was one, I guess, mid-credit scene of a taxi driver, Corey X Kenshin, getting another call, shows up, and then looks over to his right and sees the Balloon Boy figurine is sitting passenger seat in a jump scare. He's like, oh, again. He's like, motherfucker. Okay, and it's because of that. The first time the Balloon Boy jump scare happens is because Mike opens the locker in the security room, and it was to get the security vest for his uniform, and just a Balloon Boy is in the top shelf with the close-up jump scare. And because of that, I'm a little hesitant. I notice I take an extra 2 seconds to open up any cabinets in my house, just in case a fucking Balloon Boy is inside.
Hi.
Nice try, Axeman. You wish you could be half the jump scare Balloon Boy is. You're nothing compared to him. How does it feel?
I know this game has gotten us a couple times.
How does it... Oh...
You done?
Okay, that was new. Okay, you know what? You had me surprised. I thought you were just going to be a typical boring death, but you tried something new, and I can appreciate that.
I don't know, man. This game has gone us a couple times.
This game or this franchise?
This game, actually, no, this franchise.
The early games, yes, but I think I've just got.
Ouch!
Is that friendly fire?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Ooh.
this is
Ooh.
okay. No,
Okay,
no.
that's not scary,
this
that's
is
just cheap.
this is bullying at this point.
Uh-oh, you're being stun locked.
I am being stun locked. This is
Ah! That focus band really came in healthy. You know what? I think that's well warranted this time.
uh-oh.
As a whole,
Get off me.
I think I'll give the FNAF movie, I don't know, I think a 4,3. Production was well done. Yeah, just the effects and everything beautifully done. Story was a little contrived, and I say this as a FNAF casual. It was a little contrived and just okay. You kind of forced the situation to happen. It didn't occur naturally, but it was well made, and it looks like the people, everyone working on it, actually did give a shit. Even did you see Matt Pat's video going over his role in the FNAF movie?
No, actually.
Oh, okay. He makes like a 3-minute cameo, and he goes over the filming for that part, and all the other actors that were a part of it.
Ouch!
Oh shit, you're not dead. Okay. And all the other
I'm
actors.
most likely going to be very soon.
Okay. All the other actors were just going up to him asking, like,
Ouch!
"Oh, am I doing?
There we go.
Am I doing this character justice, or like how lore accurate am I being right now?" Even though he had he knew in his head like, your characters that you play aren't in the games at all. You were all made new for the movie. I'm really sorry. But to hear that even a bunch of extras for, well, like original characters gave that much of a shit and wanted to do the franchise justice, that was just nice to hear. Oh, and actually, there was this one weird thing about the FNAF movie I kind of had questions about, but it's not a bad thing. It's just, I just didn't think they were going to get into it as soon. So, they reveal at the very end, the big plot twist was, William Afton is, the guy behind all the murders and the missing children.
Yeah.
But he's still alive. He shows up in the Springtrap suit. And at the very end, the animatronics realize, oh, it's this bastard that killed us all. And they turn on him. And then we watch the spring-lock suit crush his bones from the inside and whatnot. And they just toss him into the kitchen as he slowly dies. And I just didn't think they'd reveal William Afton in the third act. I thought maybe they would have saved him for a post-credit scene or something. But it kind of felt like, oh, we're jumping right into the William Afton? I thought we would have waited for at least another movie or two.
I would maybe say that, but at this point it's like, yeah, we kind of already know the whole
and
story.
Of course he does the iconic "I always come back" as he puts the mask on for the final time. Like, yeah. Hey, I know that. I've seen that before.
It's like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where it's like, hey,
he said the thing.
Ouch!
Also, I don't know if this is true, just because I didn't realize it, and I don't care enough to verify it, but apparently the cupcake actually has the highest kill count in the movie.
Really?
I think so. I think the other animatronics may have like 1 kill, but the cupcake has like 2 or 3. I just find it funny how it was a fucking cupcake that got the MVP award in this movie.
Oh no!
And a funny thing that I mentioned to my sister that, it's a horror movie, no one really cares, but it's one of those things that if I wanted to be pedantic and just a rant about, I realize is that is no one gonna notice that in this small town, 10 people all just went missing or died in a single week. But horror movie logic, no one's really gonna care.
Present for you.
Come on, asshole, give.
So yeah, that movie actually pretty good. Well done. And yeah, Matt Pat does make a cameo. He only has a oh shit.
Oh, is he dead?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's dead.
Okay. He only has 3 lines. Wait, have you seen the Matt Pat scene at all?
I've seen bits and clips of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he really does say, no, I heard lunch is the most important meal of the day. Like, I thought it was breakfast, but it could also be lunch too. But hey, that's just a theory. And I wish I did see it on opening night in a full crowd. Because when he said it's just a theory, apparently people just erupted into cheers and excitement. It was as though Steven Rogers picked up Mjolnir for the first time. But it's just a theory.
I mean, that is like one of the biggest memes. Like, sure, people don't talk about the meme it's just a theory. It's every once in a while, but it's still oh, it's one of the memes.
Also, another funny point is that Scott Cawthon, he had executive decisions over the movie and the directorial choices, and he made sure the waiter Matt Pat plays is named Ness. He has the name Ness on his name tag, and of course Matt Pat thought oh, is it this one super obscure character from the books in this one chapter? No, it's because of the Sans Undertale.
Yeah, I was saying, thinking it's
Scott was
because of
that. It's kind of weird to see him. Even Scott Cawthon has that weird sense of humor. It's he knows. He's internet literate. And someone else pointed this out on Tweetums.
And all because someone gave Scott some decent criticism of his 3D models looking terrifying.
The FNAF movie made a shitload of money real quick and is actually a pretty decently well-made movie. It all happened because some dude talked shit while he was working at Target saying, yeah, you don't know how to 3D model a fucking beaver. Just, one domino led to another, and next thing you know,
he's basically a millionaire at this point.
Multi-millionaire. And I've seen so many just reviews and just video essays about the FNAF movie saying how this will revolutionize Hollywood. Take that, corporate executive bastards.
No, that wouldn't. It's not gonna revolutionize.
No, this is the revolution.
No.
Take that, Hollywood.
No, they're just gonna be oh, this is a good way to make some quick money, and they're gonna screw it up.
This is a FNAF sweep. It made $1 fast billion.
How much money do you think Scott has actually made throughout all the games at this point?
I thought it was a tens of millions or something. I thought so, although I could be wrong.
Because the other thing is it doesn't. Scott doesn't. Okay, I don't know much about Scott's personal life, or if he posts a lot on Twitter about his but he doesn't seem like one of those people where it's yeah, I'm basically rich at this point.
I don't know. I feel like he'd be a lot like Markiplier, where they both. I saw this one short of Markiplier in an interview saying he fully admits, yeah, I make an unreasonable amount of money. I don't know what to do with all this. I appreciate being able to pretty much fund all my personal projects on my own, but yeah, I make way too much money that I don't know what to do with. It's so much money that our sound system is going out. He stole all the money from us. We can't have a proper sound system. And he just pretty much funds basically all of his personal projects and projects for all his friends.
Mike.
Voldemort.
He knew a good bar.
You didn't have to do that out of jealousy, you old bastard. We could have been friends, but now we can't be friends anymore.
Uh-oh. Ouch.
FNAF movie, good.
He knew a good bar. Okay, now I'm honestly kind of sad that I missed out on the movie. Ouch.
It's still in rotation, I think. You could still watch it now if you want to.
Next.
Now, would you say it's worth going to the theater for it, or should I just wait for streaming? Because I don't feel like going to the theater.
I don't know.
Actually, what streaming service would it be on?
I've not a clue. Also, because I don't really use streaming. Oh, there's a blue metal in there, yeah.
What was which company made it? I want to say it's Paramount that made it, but I could be wrong.
But that sounds correct to me right now. So, editing Ian, put in a fact bar. I'm making you do more work.
No.
I don't know. I have a feeling you don't care that much about FNAF.
Well,
Or like not nearly as much to like.
not nearly as much as way back then.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
I watched MatPat's like every MatPat like theory video, on FNAF, but I kind of just I've just kind of stopped.
I feel like you would enjoy it, but not enough to go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
I think you would wait.
Like, that was kind of one of the other reasons why I just didn't go with you. Is like I just didn't care enough. Like, I liked FNAF when it first came out, but I'm just like, I've kind of moved on.
Yeah, my sister gave up on the FNAF game theories a long time ago because not anything because of MatPat. It was purely because all of this just goes whoosh to me. He goes into the books and everything, and I just lost count.
Yeah.
But me, I keep up with every single video, not as like a lore buff. Most of the time, it does go whoosh over my head too. But I still watch every game theory on FNAF just because I want to see just how fucking deep this lore
How
can
deep
go.
it keeps going.
I want to see just how far I can go.
But yeah, no, that is a good point. It's like, like once MatPat got to the books, it's like, I'm just like, I
mean, I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan, so I'm willing to sit through the trenches again.
Yeah, but with Kingdom Hearts, it was mainly stayed with the games. There was no new like information. There was no new information that came through, like, say, like books, like movies, and all that stuff.
Actually, there was a touring concert around the world, and they also had lore tidbits in that.
Oh my! New lore or old lore?
Yes.
Because if it's new lore, then okay, that's a bit much. It's fun, but a bit much.
Isn't there?
Though there is a Kingdom Hearts manga, but just goes over the whole story.
Okay, the manga, I'd say...
Which I actually did read. I did read for a while.
I would say the manga is actually better if you want to go... If you want better character development, then yeah, the manga is better.
Well, yeah, I can see that, because it's like, alright, we're specifically focusing on story.
Manga Kairi is a menace, and I mean that in a good way. Because in the game, she's just like the damsel in distress, and then she eventually gets a Keyblade, is a warrior, but doesn't really have a personality. No, Manga Kairi is unhinged. Who was this? I remember she's being held hostage by one organization member, and she escapes by just kicking him in the nuts and then just running for it. Or
who's the... Oh, wait, I think... I can't remember his name, but I feel like I know who the member was that probably got kicked in the nuts.
And then another time she gets captured and a bunch of dusk nobodies are just wiggling about as usual. And then Manga Kairi starts wiggling back at them. And then she's like, wait, I can talk to them. And they start wiggling at each other like they're having a conversation.
Husks. They're not called husks.
The Dusks.
They're called the Dusks?
Yeah.
I thought they were called something else. You have Heartless and then...
Nobodies.
That's what it was. No.
yes.
No, Nobodies is for the name of like the organization members because
Yeah. But it's also the basic, the generic enemy type in Kingdom Hearts 2.
I thought they had a different name.
No, they're both nobodies. It's just
They're not.
They're all nobodies, but some are more special than others. And the
Okay.
special ones keep, like, human form.
Okay. I don't know why I was trying to fight you on that because when you are the one that knows Kingdom Hearts lore
Mm-hmm.
more than I do. I know a bit of Kingdom Hearts lore, but not as much as you. Which I still need to beat Kingdom Hearts 1.
Still?
Yeah. I mean, like, that was still quite a bit of a game. That was still quite a bit of a game to play. And I was just like, alright, like, I'm feeling like playing another game. Okay, I do still have all the treasures. Though, and also the other thing is, like, it's... Kingdom Hearts is still only on the Epic Games launcher and not on Steam. And I prefer my games to be on Steam.
Oh, it's also mainly... It's borderline PlayStation exclusive.
Well, okay, yeah, actually, except for...
It's technically
for
also
3.
on the Switch also, but...
That's cloud versions, and we don't count those.
I don't count those either, yeah. Shh, it's sleeping. It's like a bat. It's more scared of you than you are of it.
No.
What if you looked around and the bag was just empty? I think that'd be more scary, honestly. Actually, wait, that's another conversation topic I wanted.
Well,
That's saved later down, but I'll just bring it up now.
Though, before that, continuing on with Kingdom Hearts, what do you think they're going to do for Kingdom Hearts 4?
I have no idea. Whatever the fuck they're cooking up. Just let Nomura do his thing, and then question the lore later. That's kind of how I embrace it. One really cruel and mean prank they did back in the very first edition of Kingdom Hearts 1 was that the boss fights, they have like different color health bars to represent like how many health bars they have. So it'll be like they have the green health bar and the yellow health bar, and then the orange and the red and the purple, or the purple and the red. But anyway, in that boss fight against Sephiroth, what the game doesn't tell you is that he actually has 2 purple health bars because of the sheer stupid amount of HP it has. But playing for the first time, I thought, I'm giving everything I have. Why doesn't the health bar go down? But no, it was going down. He just had 2 purple health bars. Whatever sick bastard at Square did that, screw you, but also that was a good job. It doesn't really work anymore because how they changed the health bar for enemy bosses is that instead it's just one big green health bar and then a bunch of like small little green tabs showing how many health bars extra they have. And then the big green health bar is like, oh, that's their current health bar. And then there are green little squares at the bottom showing how many extra health bars they have. So you can't really do that trick anymore, but yeah, that was a nice little detail.
Okay, do I have everything?
Okay, let's get into this next conversation topic I've wanted to do for a while.
How long has it been with that one?
About 2 months.
Oof.
Well, it's a little bit behind, but oh well. I like these long tangents anyway. So I want to talk about a show I got into recently thanks to Carl Smallwood and the Fact Fiend, is that I recently got into a show called Bar Rescue. So the premise of the show...
Bar Rescue, I think I might know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's basically Kitchen Nightmares, but for bars. And they also now just have a huge YouTube presence showing just a huge compilation of all of this terrible things happening in different bars. I just remember these 2 particular cases where I'm wondering, how the hell are these people not in jail or something? I can see why their bars are losing monies because they bribed away all the health officials. Because, these two particular cases. So the first one, they actually have a really good system to put away empty cans and beer bottles. The owner himself calls it some redneck engineering, where they slide an empty bottle or can into a little chute, and it goes into the basement where it's all collected into big bags for easy recycling. And John Tapper, the host, is like, you know, that's actually a really good idea. Good engineering. But then he goes downstairs to check it out, and he starts smelling a funky, smelly smell. A smell that does not smell good. What the fuck was that? And then he looks over in the basement. There was this dirty pond water just sitting. And in the pond water was also just a bunch of wriggling worms. It straight up looked like straight out of a Resident Evil game. And John Taffer's like, oh, what the fuck? I'm gonna get this place shut down. Like, how do you have this all just exposed everywhere? You're gonna get people sick. Someone's gonna die if they stand here. And it genuinely... Oh, yeah, you see that? You see those wriggling worms coming out of the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looked like that, but an entire pond just full of that. Sitting in a basement. And then...
Ah!
The next bar they check out, John Tapper and his crew are all doing a tour. They go behind in the back to check out the refrigerator and the freezer. The big walk-in refrigerator. And immediately, problem number one is that you're dead. Problem number two
I'm dead.
Is that the floors and the ceiling were all covered in black mold.
How do you have both the floor and the ceiling covered in black mold?
Extreme neglect. And so John Taffer puts a towel over his mouth because, I mean, it is a legitimate biohazard.
Yeah.
He starts walking around. And he goes even deeper and deeper into the walk-in freezer. And then by the end of it, when he gets to the very last room in the walk-in freezer, he notices there are shrooms growing out of the walls of the freezer.
Oh, no.
And he starts running out of there. It's like, shut down this place. You're going to get someone sick. And he starts throwing nachos and food everywhere. It's like, close this fucking bar down. Someone's going to die if you stay in here. Just unleashing kaiju Karen mode. But this time, it was well warranted. And something about that was just hilarious to me. Just throwing the most dramatic fit ever, but this time it was well warranted.
Not one of these again.
And so yeah, and if ever I have trouble sleeping, I just put on a Bar Rescue 2-hour compilation and just let that nap. Oh, hey.
Get off me.
Hey, dude, I know Leon S. Kennedy is often seen as attractive, but you gotta have boundaries. You can't sleep on him like that. Show a little respect to the guy.
He's not into monster fucking.
Some people, I swear. Fans, entitled fans.
The stands. Fuck.
Okay, I think... When's the next save, do you think?
Probably pretty soon.
Okay, I think this might be my final conversation with the episode. So, we started doing those Wednesday walks, just going about, talking about life and other current events. And
also to stay healthy.
Yeah. You also mentioned it is getting colder. It is that time of year. And then when we started doing these walks in the fall, I say, on the plus side, that does mean we get to wear our autumn outfits. Because those are my favorite kind of outfits. And then I'm mentioning this to my sister. I'm saying how excited I am that we get to wear our fall outfits. And then I'm kind of asking, like, is this what adulting feels like? Is this what we do? We just get excited to wear, ooh, autumn outfits. Ooh. And then she just slowly looks over at me like, Yeah, you sound old now. It's like,
Well, the thing is, it's like I
this is
actually
not
get.
this-
Well, the thing is, for me, it's like I actually get to wear my drip. Hey! I actually get to wear my drip that I've been wanting to wear for a while.
Yeah, I get to wear my one plaid outfit, my one plaid shirt with our marching band logo on it that I really like. It is now the season where it is appropriate to wear that.
Tis the season to be jolly. And
then was that, when I mentioned this to my sister, I was like,
ouch!
"Oh no, is this what adulting feels like? Getting excited to wear seasonal outfits?" And then she's looking at me like, "Yep, you're an old now. You're an adult." I was like, "Oh no."
You just very quickly age like that one meme. Where's this goddamn snake?
Snake?
Snake.
I thought it was a rat.
No.
There we go.
Uh-huh. Actually, this shouldn't work.
What do you mean this shouldn't work?
I mean, this picks up on heat.
Yeah.
Wouldn't snakes... Okay, again, my science knowledge is gone to shit, but wouldn't snakes not be able to be picked up by a thermal scope?
It would be a bit more difficult in a setting like this, but I think...
Actually, this is a pretty cold room.
Yeah. I think maybe a snake might just give off barely enough heat in order to be visible, but I don't know. I never used a thermal scope in this kind of setting, so... Oh, I thought you instantly killed it.
Nope, I wish I did. No! No!
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
At this point, just use a grenade launcher. I mean, you might as well, right?
I don't have a grenade launcher.
Oh, never mind.
Hey!
She's going for your nuts.
Oh,
Imagine
There we go.
Imagine if.
Oh, no, he...
Imagine all the people that wanna fuck Leon. Oh, imagine all the monsters.
Imagine all the people that want to fuck the regenerators. There are people out there.
What?
There are people that want to fuck them. Some very, very weird people.
I was gonna.
I'm not joking.
I was gonna.
Sadly seen stuff.
I was gonna make a joke about. First, you have to worry about Chris Redfield, and now you have to worry about all the monsters that want to breed with you too. But
Is that That's a thing. I mean, if you're really curious, you can look it up yourself. I'm not.
Indulge me on this for a moment.
No, I'm not going to indulge you on it. I'm going to leave it like that.
Why? How? Is it okay? Immediately, my mind went to the snake woman from Street Fighter. Do they want the regenerators to slither all over his nuts like the snake woman from Street Fighter?
No, they just want to be fucked.
That's also something I want to just ask. Who thought of that character in Street Fighter 6? Just the snake woman? Just how does she move like that? I know her animations can be a little bit risque, and you don't want anyone walking in on you looking at that. But I kept replaying the animation, not out of the smexy reasons. It was purely because I just wanted to see how does she move her body like that. Just she was so fluid, and just the way she just the animation just amazed me. I did see a funny cosplay of someone doing the Snake Woman from Street Fighter, and to mimic the slithering effect, she basically just laid down on a what's it called?
Worm.
Shit, what are those like? a canopy or no? What are those things you sleep on outside? Would you?
Hammock?
Yeah, hammock. She just lay down on a hammock, and her friends would just drag her around doing slithers across the convention.
Oh yeah, actually, I think I've seen that.
Good as new. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's. That's
Oh, now it's time for some upgrades.
molding a weapon to suit your specific need. Dazzled, are you? Our craftsmanship demands no less. This kind of work, that's about all I can do for this weapon. Although,
Already forgot.
no.
How many more chapters we got left?
We are basically almost done.
I was gonna say, if we're almost done, we might as well upgrade all of our weapons and then spend all of our ammo. It would be a shame to collect
I mean,
it
yeah,
all
but we're not,
and then not
at the
use them.
very end.
Okay.
Anything else I can help you with?
Because I think, you know, it would be a shame to not use all those bullets.
Of course.
Wait, did you eat that snake?
Yeah, I ate that snake. What about it?
Nothing.
What, should I have seasoned it before?
No.
Yes.
Actually, this reminds me of this one TikTok. This TikToker my sister showed me. The scariest Florida man alive. He just explores the Florida Everglades in the dark, just picking up random animals with his bare hands. So like, ooh, it's this rare glibble glabble snake. One bite of this will instantly kill you. And he just grabs it casually by the neck. He's like, ah, you're a mean little beaut, aren't you? Or he just starts picking up random spiders with his bare hands. Like, ooh, it's the rare Cumble Lungada tarantula. These guys would instantly bite your nuts off. And he starts just petting its abdomen.
The Temu version of Steve Irwin.
Or how sometimes you just casually run across crocodiles. He's like, ooh, look at that. And then the scary thing is that the crocodiles, they run from this guy. I bet you that he's known in the streets like, it's the man. He doesn't fear nature whatsoever. And what's funnier is that in one of the latest videos, he shows off his gear, right? He's going through the Florida Everglades with all the bugs, the spiders, and the crocodiles, barefoot this whole time. As you see, his feet are just completely caked in mud and bugs and just worms and everything. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm doing all this barefoot. And everyone's like,
why?
Just, there's a reason the crocodiles are afraid of you, mister. Because I would be too. I'd be afraid of that Florida man. I'm afraid of the FNAF movie. I'm afraid of the people that want to fuck the Regenerators. This has been a scary episode post-Halloween. Except by the time this episode comes out, it's probably going to be Christmas.
Yeah,
so.
it's probably going to be Christmas.
Happy Christmas instead. Merry Halloween. Happy Earth Day. I don't even know what else to say. Thanks for the watch. Like if you like this video. Subscribe for more FNAF animatronics that bite your nuts off. I don't know. Good day.